Imagine you're living your normal life on Earth when suddenly you notice something strange in the sky. It looks like a dark spot, growing bigger and bigger every day. You wonder what it is, and then you realize it's a black hole and it's coming for you. What would you do? How would you survive? And what would happen to the planet you call home? Today's question is, what if Earth were sucked into a black hole? Black holes are regions of space where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape. They can form from the collapse of massive stars or from the merger of smaller black holes. Some black holes are millions or billions of times more massive than the Sun and lurk at the centers of galaxies. But what if one of these cosmic monsters came close to our planet? What would happen to us and everything else on Earth? Well, spoiler alert, it wouldn't be pretty. As the black hole approaches, it would start to affect the orbits of the planets and other objects in our solar system. It could even fling some of them out of the system or into each other. But let's say that Earth is unlucky enough to be in its direct path. As the black hole gets closer, we would start to feel its gravitational pull. This would cause huge tidal forces on our planet, stretching and squeezing it in different directions. The oceans, crust, and the atmosphere would all be distorted, creating waves, quakes, eruptions, storms, and temperature changes. These effects would get worse as the black hole gets nearer, until eventually Earth would be torn apart by the extreme gravity. This process is called spaghettification because it stretches everything out like spaghetti. At some point, Earth and everything on it would cross the event horizon of the black hole, the point of no return. Beyond that, we don't really know what happens because the laws of physics break down inside a black hole. So what would be left after Earth is sucked into a black hole? Well, not much. The black hole would swallow up all the matter and energy that used to be our planet, adding a tiny fraction to its mass. It would also emit some radiation as it consumes Earth, called Hawking radiation. This radiation is very faint and hard to detect, but it's one of the ways that black holes can eventually evaporate over time. The rest of the solar system would also be affected by the loss of Earth. The moon would lose its orbit and either fly away or fall into the black hole as well. The other planets would also shift their orbits slightly due to the change in gravity. And without Earth, there would be no life in the solar system as we know it. Now that we've scared you with this nightmare scenario, let's reassure you with some good news. The chances of this happening are extremely low. There are hundreds of millions of black holes in our galaxy, but they are very far apart and very hard to see. The odds of one hitting Earth are astronomically small, even over billions of years. But even if a black hole did come close to us, we might have some time to prepare or escape. We could detect its presence by observing its effects on nearby stars and other objects. We could also try to deflect it or change its course by using rockets or lasers or other methods. And we could also try to colonize other planets or moons or space stations before it's too late. So don't worry too much about black holes hitting Earth. They are fascinating to study and imagine, at least for now. And let us know in the comments, what other what-ifs do you want us to explore?